Hey everyone, welcome back to Low Budget Logistics. Here as I work from home again in my wonderful office. Thanks so much for joining. So as I said before, we're going to be, I will be continuing to make updates on what's going on in the world of logistics as we continue into the kind of unknown new world of Tariff War number 2. Before that though, you can see I'm wearing my fancy Low Budget Logistics shirt. I really enjoy it. You might also enjoy it. It's got the wonderful logo for the channel that I know that you all love. So if you like it, go to the link in the comments below and click it and buy one if you want to support the channel and everything that I'm doing. Otherwise, great way to support that doesn't cost money is just liking and subscribing to the video. So subscribe to the channel, like it. Thanks so much for everything that you're doing. If you're watching my last one, I did not expect it to get as many people watching it as before. But anyways, what's happening? So the last time that I made an update, there were 3 countries that were going to be slapped with tariffs: Canada, Mexico, and China. Canada and Mexico at 25% tariffs on everything. Both of those deals have basically been negotiated away. We're in a 30-day pause on that because basically the leaders of those countries, Justin Trudeau in Canada and Clyde Sheinbaum in Mexico, have said that they're going to give in to whatever demands the administration had for them. That's fine. Most of it, I think, involved border security and stopping the illegal flow of fentanyl into the U.S., which I think we can all agree that's a pretty good deal. China, though, is a different matter. They are being tariffed at 10%. And as of the recording of this video, and certainly of the posting of this video, those are live. Those are applicable right now. What has happened is that basically when you are telling Customs and Border Patrol, specifically Customs, what you're bringing into the country, you have to tell it 2 different things. As we've discussed ad nauseum, you have to tell Customs what your item is, which is a longer, odd, vague description that involves numbers. And the other thing is you have to tell it where it came from, because a lot of things apply differently from different places. Basically, that's the way to kind of confirm, hey, anything that has country of origin China, you're going to get a tariff tapped on you. You're getting an extra 10%. Now, the way those tariffs apply is by not combining, but they stack. So if you have something that's taxed at 10% normally, you won't be taxed at 20%. You'll be taxed at 10% and then another 10%, which effectively amounts to 20%. But there's some nuance there mathematically. I'm not a mathematician, so I'm not going to be able to explain it, but it's not a flat 20% or whatever it is. What is interesting, though, is that in addition to those flat blanket tariffs on everything, the U.S. has taken the additional step of not allowing any Section 321 or de minimis exemptions on anything coming from both China and Hong Kong. That's new. So doing away with Section 321 has been talked about, discussed, at least for the last 4, maybe 6 years, because I know that it was part of Trump originally in 2016, his first time in office, and it was kind of kept alive under Biden as well. So, but that one's definitely going away. Now, this will specifically impact Shein and Temu, which I've discussed in the last video, but I want to kind of dig into what Section 321 actually is and why it's weird, and how companies have taken advantage of it. So Section 321 is designed as a way to ship stuff that is low dollar into friends, family members. It is kind of an antiquated thing, but really it makes sense, and it's not worth the importing country's time and effort to do the imports. Except when it is. And it has been when you have a multi-billion-dollar company like Shein, like Temu, that are taking advantage of this loophole, effectively, of the law. Now, the way that I like to think about it is I make school lunches for my kids a lot, and basically every day that I'm making lunch, they're getting a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And there's that point at the end of the peanut butter, we've all been there, where you're kind of scraping down the edges of that peanut butter canister, right, that jar. Sometimes it's not worth it, right? When you get down to the very end and you're getting nothing, it's not worth it to keep going. So you throw that remainder out. That's what Section 321 used to be. Now there's a lot more peanut butter on that rim, right? It's more worthwhile to scrape at it, right? When you're talking about multi-billions of dollars coming into the country, there's a lot of money that's being left on the table. And the Trump administration does not want to leave money on the table. So they're nixing it. And this was a very easy way for them to do that. That's long been sort of thought of. So anyways, that's what's happening as of right now. There is some discussion about broadly renegotiating the trade agreements between China and the U.S., specifically with the Trump administration. We'll see what that is. They've also slapped tariffs on U.S. imports into China. So it's less impactful because we as Americans don't really export a whole lot of stuff. We do some energy, some natural gas, etc. into China, but the tariffs are going to hurt the Chinese economy more than they are going to ours. So that's sort of what's happening. The good news, though, at least for me as a content creator, is that part of the kind of broader restructuring and renegotiation of those agreements is that TikTok might even be on the table, which would be great because I would love to be on TikTok. I would not like to have that many different eyes from a foreign government looking at my data. So that's why I'm not on TikTok. But if it does become an American company, yeah, I'll go on it. But let me know in the comments below if you think I should just do it anyways. I mean, it doesn't really matter because don't have it anyways. But anyways, so I'm rambling now. Thanks so much for watching. I will continue to keep you updated as things progress, as news comes out. It's going to be a wild world. I know that LinkedIn has really blown up the last couple of days. It's been a wild ride as we all sort of learn about these things via social media together. So yeah, stay tuned and I will continue to keep you updated. Thanks so much for watching and I hope you have